Hey guys, I'm Dave.
And I'm Len.
And today we're reviewing the Voyage of the BSM Pandora. This is an old Ares magazine game. I've actually owned it twice. I owned it about 20 years ago, and for some reason I never played it, and it got sold, so I got another copy and finally played it. It's a paragraph game that's kind of like, feels a little bit like Avalon Hill Survival. What that was? That was
Outdoor Survival.
Outdoor Survival, mixed with like a science fiction thing where you have to explore planets and stuff. Basically, what happens is you're in your spaceship. You travel to a planet, and you may have to do an interstellar check. You may not depend. Well, you do an interstellar check, but most of the time you're going to pass because you're not going to go far enough where it's going to be so hard to roll where you fail it. And then when you get to the planet, you get your expedition crew together. You get down to the planet. And you move around from space to space doing an exploration. Basically, your three actions are communicate if you meet an alien, fight them, or capture them. Obviously, you get more victory points if you capture them. So, if I recall correctly, you can have the game where it's 10 months, 20 months, or 30 months. And to win the game, I feel like it's a 10-month game. You have to get 20 victory points. So anyhow, while you're exploring, you read different paragraphs in the book. There's little charts and stuff telling you what paragraph to go to. And the paragraph basically asks what kind of terrain you're on and maybe what kind of atmosphere is on the planet. And if any of it matches, then that part of the paragraph applies to you. If none of them does, then nothing happens in that space. And as you move around the map, you got a marker that's moving towards your supply points. And when it gets to the supply points, then you got to start doing supply checks, and you start losing supplies and so on and so forth. And some of the planets have a poisonous atmosphere, so you have to wear like some kind of environmental rig so you're not killed by the poison and stuff. And there's all sorts of tools you can carry. Tools can help you with combat. They can also get you endurance points back if any of you guys have been wounded and so on and so forth. You get the idea. So basically, each time you move from planet to planet, months go by, and you want to explore as much as you can before the months. You run out of months, and then you calculate the victory points. And like, there's also negative victory points, like if you've taken endurance damage, or if guys have been killed, and so on and so forth. But what'd you think of the game, Len? Because I was showing him how to play it. He was actually playing it. I played it on my own.
Yeah, like all solo games, first time around is kind of rough, because you don't know what you're doing half the time. Of course, half the way through it, you start getting the rhythm of it. And actually, it went pretty smoothly, considering. And actually, it's, well, I'll summarize it. I want to play this again, which is always my highest mark for any game.
You can borrow it if you want. If you want to play it at home, that's no problem.
I will in the future. So one thing I was thinking, if anybody has the rights to this, they should think about publishing it, but with bigger counters that are easier to read.
I heard a rumor that Butterfield, who's one of the authors of this, is going to have, I think maybe GMT Games come out with a second version of this. I don't know if they already did or not. I'm sure I'll comment in the comments section if any of you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the games is pretty good. It feels like if they would have made it a big box game instead of making it for a magazine, they probably would have play tested it more, and you probably would have had less. The only problem I saw with the game is sometimes you get into situations where you explore like 3 hexes and nothing happens, which is kind of boring for a solo game if you got a bunch in a row where nothing happens. That's the only complaint I have about it. So I'm sure if it was made for a big box and they tested it more, there'd probably be less occurrences of that. But I wonder if anyone ever made a video game of this. This would actually be pretty easy to make a video game of.
Yeah, I'm presuming by now someone must have, because it's all set up. You have all the to be a video game.
Yeah.
Because instead of consulting the paragraph, it would probably give you a little thing. Okay, your planet, the atmosphere is poisonous. You better have your oxygen mask on,
or your environmental rig.
Yeah, your environmental rig, or your dead Jim.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, because this is the same fiction trope. Well, there was Van Gogh had one about Some ship had a 5-year mission to explore distant galaxies. Some had copied that. I don't know. And I think there's a few others that explored like galaxies. Of course, they counted strange creatures, some of which took over the ship. I'm surprised there's not a paragraph that's in that mention. You know, creature takes over ship, you're dead. So, all right.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I think I paid like $35 for this. I think the copy I had gotten like 20 years ago, I paid like $5 for. So it's definitely gone up in price over the years. Actually, $35 right now for this is pretty good. I've seen it sell for about as high as like $60 and stuff because there's some YouTubers out there who really like this game. So it's increased the popularity of it, even though it's an old game. And one thing, Ares Magazine, this Ares Magazine is so much better than the new Ares Magazine. The old one came out on time and stuff, the issues. The new one, you're lucky if they come out with one issue every year and a half and stuff, and this had all sorts of stuff about gaming in it and stuff, whereas the new one's just the only thing gaming related in it is the game in it. The rest of it, it's just like science fiction and fantasy short stories that are really overwritten and really dense. So yeah, I prefer this version of Ares Magazine. But that's all I got. You got anything?
I like it.
All right, have a good one. Oh, go ahead.
Well, basically, I will play this again sometime in the future.
Yep.
Let's see what the rest of the magazine is like.
Yeah, it's good. It's even got a guy in there who reviews games and stuff. He's kind of rude sometimes, if I recall correctly. But all right, see you next time, guys.